Yeah. I want to look at the debug output related to creating a pipeline, but it involves several tasks, I think. Now, only the pipeline factory and the characteristic are important. Oh, then I have to retype it. Just that. No, it's a totally different file. Oh, yeah. There we go. From the top. Oh. Yeah, okay. So pipeline factory starts. Let's also highlight the tasks that are involved. Not like that, but like this. Yes, this is the pipeline cache. Not super interested in that one. Maybe I should change the output of stateful task in 2 levels, because a lot of this is just never interesting. Almost never. So assume that the tasks work. I'm not really interested in seeing this. It's a bit weird, I think. That initialized is being run out of nowhere. Must be because, I guess, this is being called from this BS initialize. I want to know which task this is. It's at the bottom. Finally we see it. Yeah, that's the base pipeline characteristic. If I print a destructor like this, I should also print a constructor, I think. And I should print that call to initialize. This is not clear. So that's the constructor, and also this should be called. I don't think I should use Vulkan here. It's not really part of the library. It's just a test application. Let's use DC notice in this file. Maybe use Vulkan here, because this is just an override of a virtual function. Then again, isn't everything, right? No, let's use notice everywhere. I mean, just to make more clear in the debug output what is user code. It is user code. VK frame, that's okay, I guess. It's printed every frame. So I have that turned off. Okay. So let's print debug output whenever a characteristic is being constructed as well as destructed. So that's a constructor here. And now you see that it is being constructed with that as this pointer. Well, really need this fixed, that it is not put on the one line. Switch to regular expressions and then have this task as well. See, now it's not even highlighted. Duh. Yeah, no, anyway. State, base state initialize, base pipeline characteristics initialize, yeah, that's where it's being run. Yeah, this is an vertex pipeline characteristic range. So I want to highlight that as well. It is the third task that you need to track. So almost every line now is relevant. And then I should have one more fragment shader. Here, this one. So that task must be added as well. Now, that's what I mean with too much debug output, because a lot of these things by default are not very interesting. Shall I fix that? Let's say if I turn the channel stateful task just simply off, then I still want to see output for definitely for running state. Let's see for which things I want to output. Reset, no. Multiplex, no. Not really, no. Need to run, adding thread pool, yeah. It's kind of if you assume that, you know, the tasks are just working, then all that detail is not really necessary. Adding task with thread pool. I think I still want to see set state. Recover. Nobody gets it. So I want to see set state and signal, and I want to see running BS multiplex. Base state changed, yeah, well, nah. Not really, but let's print finish then, if that is being called. Maybe I'm interested when we switch away from multiplex, so yeah, from multiplex to finish, that would be maybe interesting. Nah, also not. Let's just take this on. Running state BS finished. Running state BS initialize. Those are interesting. Maybe even this one. Actually, maybe set state is not that interesting either. It's just something that we do ahead of really running it. I don't think I want to see set state. I do want to see wait though. Wait and signal. I'll make a new debug channel called ST verbose or something like that. It is an abbreviation, and that I have to agree. But yeah, normally it should be turned off, so I don't know. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna seriously reduce the debug output because this is a very hard to debug otherwise. So yeah. I guess all the constructor and destructors of tasks should also be non-verbose, so just stateful task. In other words, I'm looking for to rename this into st verbose. If it does not is followed by some Boolean expression. That's almost nothing. Yeah, it's not true, I guess. I think most are using this. Okay, instead, let's just look at all the files that contain and I'm going to assume that all the task things just have a switch anyway. Or on MSM debug. And they are only constructor and destructor, right? Constructor, destructor. Constructor, destructor. Constructor, destructor. Or initialize implementation. Yeah, I guess I should print it as well then, but I'm already going to print running state p as initialize. So maybe not, I'm not sure. I'll leave it the way it is. This one has it. This one has it too. And what is this? Debug connection finished. Oh, okay. I guess everything that is in the task itself is to be considered non-verbose. So I should not even have to look at it. Yeah. And then initialize implementation again. XCB task. Okay. Now resolve task, socket task, I believe it. Then there's a lot of stuff with that debug channel in Vulkan. I guess comparable stuff. Constructor, destructor, yeah. It is a task. And I can turn it off per task. It's one file. Pipeline cache, the factory. Finish implementation is printed. Constructor, destructor. And only finish implementation. Yeah, I don't have a, well, I have an abort, but I do not have an initialize implementation apparently. Okay. Pipeline factory. Characteristic range. That's the constructor, I guess. Maybe I should not do the prefix. It's kind of clear anyway. That is a constructor. Of the scope, I mean. Let me make it consistent. Constructor, destructor, next, finish implementation, and a constructor, and a destructor. Next, characteristic range constructor, We do not have a destructor. I think I should have that. Is that a vertical base? Vertical? I think it's definitely vertical, right? This thing does not have a destructor. Really? It does, and it is vertical, okay. Why the hell is it vertical? Yeah, ref counter has a vertical destructor. So this thing should just be an override instead of vertical, I think. Okay, we're not printing that the destructor is called, but yeah, let's just call it in the most derived class. But then I do print that the constructor is being called, or also not? Nope, also not. Well, at least that's consistent. Yeah, and then this is also a base class, so I would say then also this one does not have to print constructor and destructors, especially not when nothing interesting is being printed, like here. I'm not even printing the arguments. It's not printed. And then I also will not print the destructor. No. Maybe, wait. I don't think I looked at all of them yet. Oh, no, we don't have anything left. Okay. So here I have immediate submit destructor. And that is not a base class, I think, so that should be printed. And then, seriously, I think I should print it then also in the constructor. Continue state. I should print that as a state string. How does that work? I think state string implementation should work. What was I just looking at? Immediate submit. And immediate submit is a task. It's an async task. Well, that's also a task. Okay, and then here I have a immediate submit queue. Is that also a task? Yeah, it is in task, but it's derived from. It is also a task. Okay, okay. This one has an initialize implementation which it prints, and I see a destructor there which prints to vulkan. Yeah, I don't know. Let me be consistent. This way you can see that it is a task, and the destruction is, yeah, almost more a thing of tasks than of vulkan. Also finish implementation. Destructor. I do not have a constructor. That is not in this file. Yeah, here's the constructor. Also prints a vulkan. And this pointer is missing. Combined image sampler updater. Also a task. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Cannot just remove this class name here. So it looked like a nice abbreviation to remove the class name, but then I have to remove any namespaces as well. Besides, is it in descriptor? Detail. Task detail. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. Detail. It's in detail. It's not in descriptor. Why would it be in detail? No, it's not in detail. It's detail closes here. It's simply in task. 2. Oh. Not seeing a destructor here. This prints even when then the stateful task is turned off. Let's not do this. Maybe I'll come back from it, but currently the less debug output related to tasks, the better. And I want to print this simply as the destructor. I'm not even sure if I should use override or not for a destructor. It's not really overriding anything. I do want to remind myself that it is virtual. You could even leave it out, but normally I would add virtual everywhere. But then I use override now to remind me, between quotes, that the base class already marked it as virtual. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, combined image sampler updater, and we came from combined image sampler updater. So what I already did here is not correct because it already exists. Now that can stay. No, wait, let's do an undo. Okay. So I do have a destructor defined somewhere. Just didn't see it, or what? Here it is. Including override and everything. Okay. It's probably important as well to do it in this .cxx file. Otherwise it instantiates stuff which you don't want. Yeah, so it's already here. Except that I have to delete this still. And this too. No. Mm-hmm. And then the real work is in here, and I still think it's not a lot. Surprisingly few files really. Let's first do timer thing. So this is a constructor. This is outside vulkan, so I'm leaving the class name here. Yeah, okay. Constructor. And the destructor. No problems with this. Where are we? Yeah. AR engine.cxx. Add, okay. Raising stateful task doesn't sound very verbose. Or maybe it is. Actually, it kind of is. Yeah, I don't want to keep this one. So let's rename this to so st from stateful task verbose. No, I guess the rest can stay. Next. Nope. That was the engine, and then we get just these two files. Let's start with the header. Printing creation, yeah, let's continue doing that, including the pointer. Yeah, now call it verbose. This is hardly verbose. It's not verbose, but it's more like internal. It's not relevant. It's an almost impossible race condition, so it's never going to happen. But if it happens, then do I really want to know about it? I mean, assuming that everything just works, then this does what is magically needed, and I don't care about it. I'll call it verbose for now, but maybe I should rename that to something else. Yeah, it's not verbose. Damn. But I'll rename it with SED later. So for now I'll use verbose. Leaving because current handler isn't equal to calling handler. Also internal magic. SD verbose. So this is running BS multiplex, so I want to keep this on. And this is running state. That's all the other states. And I wanted to keep BS finish, initialize, and callback. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to do them one by one. And otherwise, I want to print it, of course, when it is ST verbose. Wait. Late abort detected. I guess. Yeah. No, I guess it's still internal stuff. Base state changed. I did not want to do that one. No need to run stuff. And call to run itself. Yeah, that might be handy to still to know when it is being run. I don't know. Let's keep that. Keeping the default handler. Another call to run. Call back. Yeah. Default initialize implementation. No. Yeah. Okay. Default abort then also, I suppose. Finish implementation. Kill. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if the task debug is on. It's not really verbose either. It just happens once. And I definitely did not like the reset. Actually, maybe also the kill is not interesting. Set state. I did not want to see the set state. Definitely want to see the wait. And then the wait end as well, I suppose. And the signal. And that was it. The rest should be turned off, I guess. Task is not waiting for. Internal. I'm gonna call it ST internal, I think, instead of verbose. Actual call to abort. Let's print that. Dubious. Let's keep it. Yield, yeah. I don't know. Target. Maybe we should make a difference between verbose and internal. I could just make the 3 channels, why not? Yeah, that's a good idea, I think. Okay, well, we're almost there. Let me just finish it. It's a Tracy fiber name. Now we jump to the top. So I want to rename all the DCST verbose into DCST internal. But some of them should be verbose. Printing the multiplex being called is definitely verbose. That one isn't. Also not. No, so internal-ish. Internal testing when running. Right, I think I did it. Right, did that file, and then the question is this internal or verbose? Erasing stateful task from engine, yeah, kind of verbose. And the other one, sorting. Don't think that happens very much. Let's call it internal. Boo boo. Now I need to find the declaration. Let's see, grab source channel CS something stateful task. Oh. Oh. And I can't type. K. So let's turn on ST internal, because it seldom happens, but not the verbose thing. Then it should compile again, I think. Try that. Yeah, it was quite big, so I guess I'll just have to commit this. Yeah, it's already mixed with all kinds of other stuff. But I might as well commit it anyway. Detach it. Da, 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 da. Right, so where was I? I think I was in tests. Source tests, textures. And then history change, so I can do or not. No, don't get it. Troop. Wow. Are very unexpected. Hello. There. Nah, what the hell did went wrong there? I mean, that is nice and dandy, the remark there, but must be related to the last commit that I did. Yeah. I have to debug it, I guess. We run in GDB TT. As far as I know, the only thing I changed was some debug channels. So yeah. How on earth is this possible? Run status 12. And state end is 9. And we are inside this file. Oh. Yeah, not that much, just a comment. Immediate submit is a task. and it has a state end equal to immediate submit done +1, and that would be 9. Yep. So the question is, why is run state larger while running immediate submit? It should not happen. Oh, that's my state string that I added here. That's interesting. Continuous state is 12. So this is 12 probably. Yep. Well, it looks like it's state string implementation is not virtual. That would be surprising, but that would explain it. Is I guess I copy data to GPU is derived from immediate submit. Yep. It is. Let's have a look at this one. State string implementation is virtual. And the done is listed. Copy data to GPU done. Copy data to GPU done, yeah. So I don't think we ever got here, otherwise we would have printed that. Hmm. "21 locations. Gotta love it. Yeah, this calls immediate submit state string implementation. Well, I guess that's how it works then. Let's try putting this pointer in front of it. Call my virtual function, damn it. I want a breakpoint again in here. 18 list. Break 18. Run. Break state string implementation. Team. Still an immediate submit stage. Slightly confused here. Okay, alternatively, the class is being constructed. Yeah, and it is being constructed. We're in the constructor. Yeah, then the virtual table is not updated with the derived class yet. So I can't do that here. That's just a fact. You cannot do this. No. Okay. So then just, I don't know, print the decimal value, I guess. Yeah, this in the constructor of a base class is the virtual table is just pointing to the virtual functions of that class, and not to the derived class because that wasn't constructed yet. So I'm just going to print 12, whatever. Who cares? Right, back to the drawing board. We were looking for this. I really could use my colors here. Start this in less. I'm not even sure if it can do regular expression. However, you cannot yet, we don't have a history. This is horrible. But hey, the colors work, the wrapping works. Characteristic or pipeline factory. And then I probably have to retype it because it's not good. That didn't work. How about escaping everything? Also not. How about not escaping these? Wow, it works. Way to go, Liz. Oh, and now and then it doesn't work anymore. Better not found. Wait. It was like this. Let me copy this again because that's something that doesn't work. Oh, you have to start at the top. It also does not wrap around. Okay, now that's much better. Colors, wrapping, less debug output. So now the stateful task is just saying running base state multiplex pipeline factory start, and then that creates a pipeline cache, but I'm not interested in a pipeline cache. So now I want to turn off the debug output of the pipeline cache. Yes, we can do that. I'm going to something like create this. So now currently that is turned on if the factory is turned on. I mean, I don't think it makes much sense to turn it on when the factory is not on, but it does make sense to turn it off while the factory is on. So I think I want to do this and debug pipeline cache or something like that. Which we then define somewhere. I think it would be nice eventually to be able to turn this on at runtime, or at least from the command line. So it should get that from the application, I think. How do we do that? I'm not sure I have application defined here. Probably not. Oh, I do. So I have a vulkan application instance. Could use that. And then call on that debug pipeline cache as a function or something. And then for now, I'm just going to add that as a, I don't know, it's definitely a static function. Stop is public, I could add it here. Const my ass, static function. And then in the end, this should be, yeah, well, it should be controllable by command line parameters. Oh, okay, let's return a runtime value anyway then. Some runtime value, which then I have to define also somewhere. Protected. Okay, we could make it protected, I suppose. Putting it somewhere must also be static, of course. That doesn't make any sense to make it static. What? Why is it static, dude? It's not static. So yeah, it's an M. For now, I'm just turning it off by default. So this should work. Let's put it much lower then. It's more like an accessor. Like much lower, as in we added that last lower. Do I have an accessor here? We have accessors. No, just put it here because the if-def is already there. Yeah, we have more stuff like that, more where that came from. So I have a create in no, it's like create and stateful task create. So we look for that in that output. Whoa, lots. Well, not super lots. Broker, this is tasks broker, I guess. I don't want to see broker. Let me make a list of all the tasks that we don't want to see. Broker. And interesting here, this is not having an AT in it, and still it doesn't demangle. So what's the problem here? That's a really simple A simple thing, if you ask me. How is it possible that that does not demangle? 2 plus filter works. Not good. Strange. You know, I would have to look into that as well, actually, if I was to live 10,000 years. I'll leave it to someone else. Create from tuple, create, same for watcher. I mean, they can be turned on and off, right? So XCB connection, async, same for watcher, logical device, copy data to buffer, another one, copy data to image, the immediate submit queue, combined image sampler updater, and then of course the pipeline factory, which you definitely want to have on at the moment. And then we have the pipeline cache, that already did that one. And the synchronous move new pipelines. That was it seems. Okay, I have an AI timer here. Even that is a task. I don't think I missed anything now. But the timer is a debug code, so it's from the textures test itself. So yeah, let's just, well, not going to add a boolean to application for that one. And the broker is indeed broker, but let's print the broker if the XCB connection is turned on. It's kind of belongs to that, I guess. So let's get the broker here. At least I think the broker uses that flag. You can test that, I suppose. Where is that? No, I need all the. I need to see what this is being called. This is just debug output. So this GPS, no, DS, X, create broker. Oh. Oh. What? Impossible. Maybe this one? Yeah, that's the one. to the debug flag comes from the constructor of the broker. So we still need to have a broker being constructed somewhere. Broker is constructed with, how do we construct brokers? I have no idea. Oh wait, yeah, I do know. What was a broker of what? XCB task, so that's what I was looking for. XCB connection, I mean. So need to look for that. So we need to look for that. So we need to look for that. Oh no, yeah, it's called mbroker. Application, synchronous window, God knows. Connection broker task create. That's where it's turned off. Okay, it's already turned off. But maybe I want to turn it on, right? Can I still do that then here? 168. Application initialize, and then we call very early, I think, something that deals with the arguments. Parse command line parameters, yeah. And only then we get this create here. So I could just do debug. I'm going to call it XCB connection. So I believe that's what it is. Yeah, task XCB connection. And we are inside application anyway, so I'll just use that. And then I go to debug underscore, and I'm going to add bool. Let me set it also off by default. Yeah, even but different. I mean, yeah, okay, so I think that works, right? And then the broker inherits from this, as far as I could see. I have multiple brokers, by the way. I see there's also a DB dbus connection. No. I'll turn it on and off when I find it. Let's first just do the ones that I made a list of now. So I should have somewhere stateful task, create, and then something with semaphore watcher. Gee, that's super annoying. Oh no, it's not. I can just I think the application is super early created, so yeah, I can just use the same thing here. So application This is a namespace vulkan, or is this a task? It is a namespace vulkan. So application instance dot debug async semaphore watcher. As it were, yeah. Let's put that on a new line just because. Yeah, the other one we're not calling. Shall I add that? No, not. Don't want to add it. What? I was looking for semaphore watcher, but I found async semaphore watcher. So I don't have the other one then. No, semaphore watcher. That is async. This is semaphore watcher. Semaphore watcher. Without the async. This is inside application again, so I can just access that boolean directly. Should put them in a certain order, I suppose, but Nah, that's not true. You don't know. Anyone can use that boolean. Pipeline cache, pipeline factory. I want to debug that one. I'm going to have, let's see, which one do I not have yet? Logical device, stop, copy data to buffer. Copy data to image. The immediate submit queue. Bind image sampler updater. Pipeline cache, I already have that. Move new. False. Put it there. Well, look good. I'm missing at least one though. My characteristics. But yeah, I guess I only have characteristics that are user characteristics. So they are turned on in the test application and not here. But then again, I'm not really running them from there or constructing them. I don't know. Well, let's do this first. These booleans determine, yeah, etc. Okay. Am I going to need accessors for all of them or for most of them? I don't know yet. Now I reordered them, annoying. I was working on logical device. Yeah, sure, let's look for the pipeline factory. Did I already do that one? Don't see it. I don't think I did. Okay, so that's turned on if bool has passed to create pipeline factory. That would be this one. Which means, no, that's just a function itself. That's being called. Well, those are just being called from the tests, and they are just being turned on. Okay. Yeah, well, okay. If that's the case, then I don't need this one. It's already turned on anyway. I hope. Okay, GPS. Well, I already looked at the pipeline cache, of course. Yep. And did I look at the move new pipelines? Doesn't look like it. Till this one becomes same thing as here. Well, except that now it is move in new pipelines. So yes, I need an accessor for that one. I'll just copy the, remember all the accessors that I still need. Let's first grab for the next one. It seems to be on by default. Let's turn that, make that also conditional. Which means I need this accessor. And then we get to image. And that's the same thing. Application instance dot debug. Copy data to image. And a new accessor is required. Data to image, then we get immediate submit queue. That it uses debug from whatever is passed to get immediate submit queue task. It's two of them. No, this is get immediate submit. What? I was looking for that. Get immediate submit queue task. I just looked for that. Stop that. Oh, just yeah. It's when it fails, it has to start over. It calls itself. Not really interesting. So then that would be this one. That passes the actual value, and that is the SM debug of the immediate submit. I do not have an immediate submit. Is that probably as a base class of stuff? I would guess that we have derived from that. Yeah. Okay, so submit task. Yeah, I guess I can turn that one off conditionally. So let's edit the application.h. Yeah, I can add this application boolean at any level. What would be a good point to insert it? I guess as late as possible. So inside this function rather. So but while wherever I was looking for immediate submit queue. Copy data, so that would be here. And then I have one left. Compile errors ahead. I forgot what, but I was sure something was not going to compile. But what was it then? Ah, missing application.h somewhere. But apparently the application was known. Anyway, good. Well, then we can go back to running TT, running it to a file, stopping it, opening the file less. The downside is, the problem with my eyes, I have to put drops in it. I have dry eyes, basically. That's, I think, the problem. I think that normally after you blink, it takes 10 seconds before the film of moist over your eyes starts to evaporate and you get dry spots again. So you have to blink within 10 seconds. And in my case, it was after 4 seconds already that dry spots started to appear. Boo! And why am I mentioning that? Because normally I don't blink while I do this. So I'm looking for a certain command. If I blink, I miss like 1, 2, 3, 4 things, right? So I cannot blink. Plus it's going a little bit too fast if you ask me. Did I miss it? I didn't see it. Wait, there. No. Come on. I think I just didn't reach it yet. I'm gonna go higher. No, not seeing it. Okay. Well, either I'm missing it, or it's not there. I think it should be there. History. It is bloody not there. Nope. It's just not there. How is that possible? Is it here? Don't see it either. I don't get it. Maybe I'm blind. So I'm gonna grab for it. It's there. 2015. Yeah. Okay. And then we have to do search for, what was it again? Running state BS multiplex something, no backslash, pipeline factory or characteristic. No, how's the debug output now? Pipeline factory is started and it creates a no, that's a different thread. Another thread in the meantime is creating a vector pipeline characteristic range and adds that. Definitely have to highlight that. So it adds it to the pipeline factory. And then bloody prints that the pipeline cache is created. Well, maybe I want to see that it is being created, but not that it is being run. Yeah, that would be this task pointer. So is the debug output turned on or off? Looks totally on. Calling default initialize implementation. It's totally on. Totally on. At least this should not have been printed. Oh, I should go to bed early today. Yeah, all better stop. Engine. Okay, create is always printed. So maybe you don't want that. And returning task pointer as well. Same. Do I want to print that a task is created when I do not want to print debug output for it? I don't think so. Or maybe I do. I mean, who cares? Just one line. But yeah, I've done quite something, although I'm very disappointed about that. It seems like infinite amount of work, you know, it's just not going anywhere. Or at least extremely slow. But I tried again not looking at the chat, and it allowed me to concentrate non-stop. So, But what I really wanted to do is, yeah, look at that debug output and then, yeah, do something based on it. And then now the whole evening I've just worked on restructuring or reducing the amount of debug output without actually getting to do something. Thank you, Omnic. So, did I miss something very important in the chat? I cannot even scroll up anymore till the top. Maxwell Tram, hello. Ten. Well, you said that an hour and 10 minutes ago. He's not going to going to bed. Yeah, and then I didn't for another hour. It's now 11:20. So And then A4 said it again 10 minutes ago. Okay, well, sorry about that. I'm gonna stop the stream. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Yeah. Good night. And this time I really should go to bed in time. Maybe not immediately now, because now I don't feel sleepy anymore, of course. I've been sleeping too. Well, I told Pose Bunny, but not stream. I skipped the whole night yesterday. I didn't sleep at all. So I went to bed, and then instead of actually going to bed, I started playing chess, and I didn't stop. I went the whole night. And then, of course, at 9 a.m., I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore, and I have fallen asleep a few times on my chair here and while looking at the tablet. So I slept maybe an hour altogether during the day. And I was really, really sleepy at 7 p.m. So before I started streaming here. But that's just too early. If you go to bed then, that's also not healthy. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Okay, good night.